What is up, guys? Wednesday clips. Let's get into it. We're gonna be looking at some wokey TikToks, like usual. So you already know what's going on. You already know. You already know. So I don't even have to explain to you. If you haven't watched the last Wednesday clips, watch it. We need to pray for these people because they're just so lost. Oh wow, you heard that? They're so lost and confused and need to point them in the right direction. But let's look at some woke TikToks. It's loud. See, that's just false. I just will say right now, socialism, because I'm a patriot through and through. I'm an American patriot, and I do support capitalism. Now, capitalism, I don't. People may go too far sometimes, and they just say, "Oh, I support capitalism. It's just the best thing ever." Capitalism is good. It's not perfect, but it's pretty dang good. But it can allow for some pretty wacky things. But capitalism tells you, hey, you want to come into America and work your butt off and, make a life for yourself, you can do that. Socialism says, no, I don't care what you work, you're all getting the same amount of money. So it doesn't matter how, so there's no incentive to work. So I'm going to steal your money and give it to everybody else. That's equity, which is unbiblical. I'm just going to say it. Equity is unbiblical. Is the redistribution of wealth, right? When you steal, you're gonna steal my money to give it and spread it out to other people. Why would you steal my money? I earned my own money, right? That it's a biblical thing to reap what you sow, and capitalism has that sort of principle: reap what you sow. You get in what you get what you put into it. Is what I'm saying. Okay, this one's kind of spicy. I like this one. Let's listen to this one. Christian nationalist.
As we're seeing the rise of Christian nationalism, it's important to remember that when you encounter people saying things like this country was built on Christianity,
It was. All the founding fathers except for I think one of them believe was a not just a Christian, a church regular attending church Christian. Moreover, the God is named 3 times in the Declaration of Independence. It's nature and nature's God. This is un this is unequivocally the country that was founded upon Christian values. The whole reason why people came over here on the Mayflower and they left Britain is because they wanted religious freedom. They wanted freedoms. In Britain, you had one religion. You had to follow the religion of the king or the queen. And you couldn't follow or do any other religious thing. So they wanted to leave that so that they could have that freedom. And again, moreover, it was Christians that did this. So this is a country undoubtedly founded on Christian. It's a Christian founding, right? So, yeah, what she's saying, it's false.
it is not enough to simply respond that no, it actually wasn't. This is what the founding fathers actually said, whatever, whatever.
And again, she's not. I know she's bringing this up, but she's not saying anything. What are you gonna say? You seriously cannot bring anything up. I challenge anybody that's watching this that is more leftist leaning, atheistic, or doesn't believe that this America, United States of America, is a Christian based country. I challenge you to find in the founding fathers or prove it. Prove it. Because it is written everywhere in our history how this is found upon Christian. Liberty. They wrote in the Declaration of Independence the pursuit of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Basically, just to be free to be able to pursue happiness. They wanted to have liberty to practice their own religious beliefs. People always talk about separation of church and state. That doesn't exist. I just want to say that right now. That was a letter written by, I forget who, but it was written to the Baptist Convention. It's not in the separation of church and state isn't a thing. I know some people always say that, separation of church and state. Anyways, I don't want to get off on that, but what I'm trying to say is we are based 100% on Christian values. Again, she doesn't even bring anything up. Like, I would be more inclined if she said, George Washington had said this, or She doesn't even bring anything up. So, and she's going to call us fascist in a second, which is a classic leftist move.
It's textbook fascist rhetoric to refer back to some great past that never actually existed. And you are not disrupting that by telling them that that past isn't actually real. They don't.
Again, whipping out the fascist card. It doesn't, I mean, whatever. People that talk about 99% of people that are going to call you leftist or call you a fascist, they don't know what fascism is. They don't know Mussolini. They don't know these people that created it. They don't know what it is. They just think of a sort of Hitlerian dictatorship, and they think, oh, that's the thing. We did have a great past. We did this. The United States of America, I'm a true patriot, is the best country in the world ever to exist. It's a fact, right? Besides, I'll say, obviously, what is it called? Like the kingdom of Israel being ruled literally by God. I forget what that's called. It's not called an oligarchy. Is it an oligarchy? I can't remember. But besides that, God literally ruling his people, this is the best. We have freedoms. You can come into this country from poverty and work your butt off and make a life out of yourself, and you have religious freedoms to be a Christian without being persecuted. Now that's being attacked. That's why I love Donald Trump. I'll say it. Yeah, I do. Is because he says make America great again, because America is a great country and it used to be great. Let's make it great again. So, continue, leftist.
Don't care because they are not historians. They're not interested in material analysis. They legitimately believe that they were ordained by God to build a Christian state. It's too late to argue.
Again, it's it's so funny, the left libs, people that don't know what they're talking about, and this is just a rule in life, they will project to the people that do know what they're talking about their own insecurities. This girl does not know our past, does not know the history of the United States, and is throwing back accusations that we would just tell them, okay, I'm not a historian, but I know my history. You don't have to be a historian to know your own history. Again, she's not even bringing everything up. She's trying to say, we're trying to turn this, we're trying to turn everything Christian to a Christian state. It's like, no, we are founded upon Christian principles, and we're going to want to revive those. We want to have a revival in the United States to bring people back to Christianity and to Christianity and to Christian ideas and policies. We want to go back to the Bible. We want a revival of people to love Christ with all their heart, soul, mind, and strength. That's what we want to do. And it's a lot easier when you know that your founding is based upon Christian principles. Even if it wasn't based off Christian principles, we still want a revival of Christianity in the United States. But let's get back into it.
About what the values of America were at its conception. It's been too late. Now the priority is...
Again, we know the values of America at its conception. Christianity. In a lot of ways. Am I saying these people were perfect, the most perfect Christian people? No, but there was Christian principles, and this was based off of Christianity. To be able to have religious freedom is a Christian principle. To be able to work, reaping and sowing, to work and you get what you put into it, that's a Christian principle. There's a lot of Christian principles. Now, again, it's not entirely like from the top down every, dot and minutia of the American founding, but like 90%, 95% were based off Christian principles. Again, like I said, the people that wrote the Declaration of Independence, I only think literally one of them was not a Christian. Church-going Christian. Think about that. The people that wrote the Declaration of Independence, the writers, there's only one of them. I can't remember who, but there's only one of them that was not a church-going, regularly attending church-going Christian. So that should tell you something about our founding. Let's continue this off.
Is destroying the system so that these fascists can't take power and disrupting them when they do.
Again, it's a classic lib move to call us fascists when they don't even know what fascism is. If you were to be in a communist, socialist country, if you were to live there for 6 months, if you were to live there for a week, you would want to be running back to America, but you can't because they'd keep you there. Socialism and communism is evil, is of the devil. I'll just say it is. It is a unbiblical, tyrannical way of ruling people. It's horrible. It's a terrible thing. So, with that being said, hopefully y'all enjoyed this video. I'll see y'all next time. As always, like and subscribe. But, moreover, think about yourself a whole lot less and think about God a whole lot more. And learn about your history, people. Anyways, you have a good one. Happy Thanksgiving.